Hey everyone, welcome to day 31 of 31 Days of Yoga for Mental Health. I'm Daria, and today's practice is called Forward. This practice is grounding. It's about collecting and receiving all of the information and all of the work from the last 31 days in this series, and then carrying it with us as we move forward. No equipment necessary, just yourself and a space to move, and when you're ready, let's begin. We'll start seated with a few rounds of complete breath. Come to a nice, spacious, wide seat. Ground your palms down to your legs and softly close your eyes. Feel your spine lengthening in both directions, down through the core of your pelvis and up through the crown of your head. Slide your shoulders down away from your ears. Soften your face and your jaw and begin to settle. Take a breath from your low belly up into the middle of your torso, filling up the space between each rib, and then carry the breath into the very top of your chest through the collarbones. Exhale to sigh and release. Again, just like that, inhale, fill all the way up to capacity, all the way to the top of your lungs. Exhale, release. And you can continue to clear the breath, always, as many times as you need. And then fade in Ujjayi breath as you're ready, breathing with the quality of oceanic sound. And let the breath allow you to feel more calm, like you've arrived to this moment. And settle into the ritual of your practice. As we move through this simple sequence, see if you can observe everything that comes up from a place of allowance, receptiveness, and also notice the changes from day one to now, whether you've been on this 31-day journey for all the days or just some of them. See how much information you can collect and receive with gratitude and with an open heart. And blink your eyes gently open and climb up to tabletop, hands and knees. Ground into the left palm and send your left toes long and back behind you as the right arm reaches forward. Imagine that left hand and right knee are magnetized, tractioning together. Keep your core engaged so your belly button's pulling towards your spine, and then see how long you can extend through right fingertips and left toes. Really grow. Exhale, bring your left knee and your right elbow to connect, and then inhale, reach back long. Exhale, pull to the midline. One more, inhale, reach. Exhale, press into your left palm and draw left knee and right elbow to touch. Good. Release right hand and left knee down to your mat. And extend the left fingertips forward as the right toes lift back. Again, feel into the duality between the pulling to the midline of your right hand and your left knee and the extension, the lengthening between left fingertips and right toes. Inhale to grow. Exhale, pull left elbow and right knee together. Inhale, reach it long. You can press down through the left toenails. The top of the foot's connected. Exhale, round and curl. Pull your belly button up towards your spine. One more. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, connect. Good. Drop left palm and right knee down. And then slowly sink your hips back for active child's pose, pressing down and forward through your palms and resisting with your heart as the hips melt. And when you get to the back, pull your belly button in nice and close to your spine and round and curl forward. Tuck your toes behind you, press into your palms, and lift your hips all the way up and back to downward facing dog. Paddle through the feet. Take any little movements you need to feel comfortable here. And ground into palms of hands and soles of feet, like you're drinking energy up from the earth through these root systems that are connected. Take long breaths through the whole back line of your body to lengthen the spine and the side bodies and create more space through the hamstrings and the calves. Inhale, lift up tall onto balls of feet. Roll forward to high plank. Pull your core in and up all the way there as you transition, and imagine that your palms and your toes are pulling together. And then lower down your knees. Draw your elbows into your rib cage. Keep your hips elevated. Lower your heart and your chin down. Glide through. Untuck your toes. And inhale for baby cobra. Palms can hover away from your mat. Toenails press into the mat to help you peel your heart away. Keep the back of the neck long, and then exhale, pour your heart back into the earth. Tuck your toes behind you, and either move through tabletop or press all the way up to high plank. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step up to the top of your mat and fold from your hips for ragdoll. Toes are hips distance apart. Knees are bent a lot, so that you can drop everything forward. Sway like there's a little breeze in the room. Maybe bend into one knee and then the other. See how much you can drop. Always check in with the places that feel resistant, that feel like they need a little extra love in order to feel relaxed. And send your breath there. Ground your left palm down to the middle of your mat. Bend into your left knee and inhale to reach your right arm up high for a twist. Feel the sensation along the outside of the right leg, maybe the back of the right glute. And if you want to go a little deeper, you can take the left hand to cross and grab for the outside of your right ankle. Stretch right fingertips nice and high. And then switch. Right palm comes down, maybe to the inside of your feet or to the outside of left ankle. Right knee bends and left fingertips reach up high. You can rock your hips side to side gently to find the sticky spots and work through them with your breath. And then lower your left fingertips all the way back down and forward. One more drop. And draw feet together to touch. And rise all the way up to stand, keeping the grounding into big toes, pinky toes, the heel on both sides, all four corners of both feet. Inhale, Tadasana. Seamlessly transition by driving your heels and your toes down into your mat and reach fingertips up high overhead. Exhale, dive it down, forward fold, heart forward, breath back. Inhale, halfway lift, weight comes into your toes. Draw your belly button up to your spine and elongate through each vertebra. Exhale, chaturanga. Plant your palms and step or float back to high plank. And then lower down, elbows into rib cage. Untuck your toes. Inhale for upward facing dog. Press away from your mat. Hover your thighs up so they're not sinking. We're not sinking into the joints, but we're active, pressed away. Inhale. Exhale, pull your core in and up and lift the hips all the way back, downward facing dog. Nice and simple, sun A, 2 more times. Connecting breath to movement, threading one motion into the next. There's no stopping point. It's one cycle. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or float, top of your mat. Halfway lift, grow. Exhale and fold. Inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, dive it forward. Halfway lift, grow. Exhale, chaturanga. Let this be clearing. Let it be fluid. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step up, fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold into yourself. Inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold, dive down. Halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, palms plant, and step your way back and flow. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Feel here for a couple of breaths into the effects of just that simple flush, that simple flow. Maybe you feel a little more awake, a little revitalized, or just a little more alive. Inhale, reach your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step right foot down to the top of your mat, and then lower down, left heel, turn left toes out. Inhale to rise for warrior one. Hug your inner thighs together and press into your feet. Feel your toes rooting into the earth. Exhale, bring your hands to interlace at the base of your spine. Puff up proudly through your heart, like your collarbones are moving away from each other and your shoulder blades come together to puff up. And then exhale for humble warrior, melt forward. Maybe right shoulder comes to right knee, or it melts more to the inside. And stay and breathe here. Imagine that your toes are on sand so they can root even deeply, like they're burrowing into the earth. And let your torso melt. Let your head be heavy and the back of your neck be long. Inhale, squeeze your inner thighs together to stabilize you as you rise all the way up to stand. Fingertips reach up overhead. Exhale, airplane, launch forward into your right foot so the left toes can lift up and back behind you. Glide your hands down next to your sides and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Light up your triceps, grow long from left toes to crown of head. Inhale, rise all the way up, pressing firmly into your right foot. Don't lower the left foot down, but rise gently up for one-legged mountain. And then exhale, take your left foot to the inside of your right leg, somewhere to connect for tree. Stick it to the leg, and then press your left foot into your right leg as much as you press the right leg back into left foot. Energy moves in both directions. Hips are even and square, and your gaze is steady. You can close your eyes if that feels good. And be so rooted here. Good. Lower your left foot all the way down next to your right. Inhale, Tadasana. Sweep your arms out and up overhead. Exhale, dive it down, forward fold. Halfway lift to grow. Exhale, chaturanga. Plant your palms, step or jump back, and then lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts high. Exhale, step your left foot to your left thumb and lower the right heel down as the right toes turn out. Inhale to rise for warrior one. Both hips are square toward the front of your room, pointing the same direction. Feel into the calf stretch in the back leg and let your shoulders soften away from your ears. Exhale, bring fingertips to flicker down the base of your spine. You can bring little twinkles or sparkles to the fingers if you like. Inhale, puff up the chest, and then exhale, glide forward, melt forward. Let your torso pour over your left leg. And breathe more opening into your full body, more release. And find a sense of steadiness here, even though you're just balancing on the 2 feet. See if you can feel rooted and grounded and connected. Inhale, hug everything to the midline. Use your core to rise all the way up. Fingertips float overhead. Exhale, launch forward into the left foot for airplane pose. Feel into your toes on the left side as stabilizers. And if your leg's calibrating, allow it. And don't forget to breathe even as you balance. Super gently rise your way up to stand. Float the left foot to hover, or the right foot to hover next to the left. And inhale, glide the knee up for one-legged mountain. See how airy you can feel and light. And then exhale, palms come to meet at your heart, and right foot comes to tree. Maybe you use the hand to assist with sticking the foot into the left leg. Steady your breath, steady your gaze, and steady your mind. Feel into the connection between your palms of your hands and the line that extends from your heart all the way down the arms to the palms. Good. Lower your right foot down next to your left. Inhale, Tadasana, arms sweep out and up. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Halfway lift to grow. Exhale, chaturanga. Your version, always an option to lower down to knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 more times. We'll move through Sun B, connecting, threading all the movement, all the breath together into one loop. It's like a circle. Inhale to reach your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Inhale, seamlessly rise for warrior one. Readjust your stance and float fingertips up overhead. Exhale, interlace palms at the base of your spine, and inhale to puff up your chest. Keep a micro bend in the elbows. Exhale, leading with the heart, dive it down to humble warrior. Inhale, right away, squeeze inner thighs together and rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, airplane, launch into your right foot, left toes reach long and back behind you and glide your arms by your sides. Inhale to rise, one-legged mountain, left leg floats through and then the knee lifts. Exhale for tree. Bring left foot to right leg. Palms meet at your heart. Take one breath here for you. Maybe play with closing your eyes to feel internally even more. Lower your left leg down, your left foot next to your right. Inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, dive it down, fold. Halfway lift, grow. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to reach left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Immediately turn the right heel down to your mat and rise for warrior one. Exhale, palms come to interlace at your spine, at the base of your spine. Inhale, puff up your heart, and exhale, melt forward. Inhale, root down through your toes and your feet to rise you all the way back up. Warrior one, undo the grip of your hands. Exhale, launch forward into your left foot for airplane. Arms glide behind you, shoulder blades pull together. It's okay if you wobble. And then inhale, rise up, one-legged mountain, right knee gently, sweetly, gracefully lifts up. And then draw your right foot to the inside of your left leg for tree. One breath. Release right foot down next to your left. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Halfway lift, grow. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts high, inhale. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Inhale, warrior one, rise all the way up to stand, and exhale, palms come to the base of your spine. Puff up your heart, grow your chest, and dive down. Humble warrior, exhale. Inhale, rise, pull everything to the midline, the central column, and grow tall through fingertips. Exhale, launch into right foot, left toes lift, airplane. Inhale, rise to stand. Left knee lifts, one-legged mountain, and then exhale, left foot comes to right leg. Stick it there and stay for one breath. Good. Release your left leg down. Inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Inhale and grow your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Right heel lowers, right toes turn out. Inhale, rise warrior one. Exhale, palms meet at the base of your spine. Open your heart. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise, undo your grip. Fingers float up overhead. Exhale, launch forward into left foot, airplane. Inhale, gracefully grow up for one-legged mountain. Exhale, right foot sticks to left leg, palms meet at your heart in prayer. One breath. Lower your right foot down next to your left. Step your feet hips distance apart and just drop and fold from the hip joint. You can bring back little sways into your torso again if that feels good. Feel the heart, your heart, beating in your body. Feel the length of your exhales elongate. And breathe to the very bottom of each exhale so all the breath leaves your body. And then take in new, fresh, bright air and let it fill up your whole body with something fresh. Good. Ground your palms down to the earth and lower down to your knees, and then sink your hips all the way down to sit. And we'll end with a deep hip opener, double pigeon. So the left shin will be your base. Cross the right leg over the top. Maybe the ankle comes to the outside of the leg or not. Option to slide a block under the right leg for a little more support if you notice that it's popping up. And then sit up really tall, ground both of your sitting bones down. Feel stable. Feel like you're supported from this foundation. And then maybe you begin to melt forward. And let breath travel to all of the tight spaces. And allow yourself to fully feel into each piece of the experience. If the mind begins to wander, call yourself back with breath, with sensation, and with awareness of the sensation. Stay for 2 more rounds of breath. On the first exhale, let something go out of your mind. And on the last exhale here, let something out of your body back into the earth that you don't need to carry anymore. And slowly rise your way back up so the fingertips can crawl back to the midline, and we'll take it to the other side. So the left shin will become the base, the foundation, and the right foot, the right leg is the foundation. The left shin is the top, left leg on the top. I'm not sure if I said that correctly or not, but that's what it is. Sit up nice and tall, long spine, and then maybe you fold forward. And breathe to your full capacity. So the lungs fully expand and the breath carries all the way from your low belly up into your heart and your collarbones each time that you breathe. Soften the back of your neck, soften your face and your jaw. And tune into the oceanic sound of your breath again, that calming, soothing sound. Don't be afraid to breathe audibly. Press your fingertips into the earth to rise all the way back up to a seat. Undo your legs, unwind, turn your toes to the top of your mat, and then roll all the way down the length of your spine to lie on your back. Baby, go 1 vertebra at a time. Bring your soles of your feet up into the sky. So toes come up, and then bring your arms up too. So you're just like a dead bug on the ground, and then let everything really be lifeless. So no need to hold anything up. Arms and legs don't need to be straight, shouldn't be straight. Let it relax. And breathe right here. And feel like a draining from the tips of your toes down into your hips, tips of fingers down into shoulders. And then begin to shake. Fingers, hands, and feet, legs and arms. Shake as vigorously, as wildly as you can. It doesn't need to make any sense. It doesn't need to be the same or follow a pattern. Just go. Go even faster. Shake, 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 shake. And settle, stop. Feel the tingling, feel the release. Stay with feet floating and arms, hands floating. And then draw your knees into your chest. Interlace your arms around your shins. Lift your shoulder blades up. Give yourself a big hug. Really loving hug. Exhale and drop. Savasana. Everything melts right back into the earth. As you relax more and get comfortable here and find stillness, feel into all of the effects of this movement, this breath, and this mindfulness on your body and your mind. Sometimes it can feel like yoga is magic, but it's not magic. It's just the effects of the work, of the focus, of the awareness that ultimately brings more clarity. And yoga is not always a solution to all of our problems, but it's an outlet. It's a place to explore and to dive more deeply into all the things that we encounter in our lives, on and off the mat. Continue to rest here, imagining that you could melt right into the core of the earth. Let your breath be soft and let every single muscle release. And begin to drink in more air. Deepen your breath. Let it fill up your whole body and bring new vitality. Let the breath be rich and sweet and so full. And then tune into a swirling or a tingling or the simmering of your body as a result of all that movement and the introduction again of this new life force, and let it bring back little movements to fingers and toes. You can clench fists and point the feet, and then let everything drop one more time. And reach long and back behind you, taking the arms over your head and grow out in both directions as long as you can imagine. And let this length carry you to just pour your body to one side or the other for fetal pose. Feel both of your palms into the earth. Let yourself receive energy from the grounding. And then press into your palms and rise all the way up, back to a spacious seat, right where we began. Set yourself up to feel receptive and open and wide, and bring your palms to meet in front of your heart. Feel again into all the effects of this practice on your body and your mind, and recognize the power and the innate ability that you have to navigate challenges that are presented, and to move and breathe, to find a bit more grounding, a bit more gratitude, and move from a place that feels heart forward. Inhale to lift your heart. And exhale, bow your brain in towards your palms and towards your chest. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today and for any or all of the days on this 31 days of yoga for mental health journey. If you were here with me the whole time, let me know in the comments below. But I have felt really honored and privileged to be able to share this practice with you. It means so much to me, and it means a lot to share it also. And my goal with this series really was to develop sort of a mental health yoga toolbox that you can come back to and that you can come to on days when you're feeling different ways. And so, of course, this series will still be here if you ever want or need to practice again with yoga for mental health. And I'll continue also with that sort of focus in my yoga practice moving forward on the channel. I'll be uploading every Monday and Friday at 6 a.m. That's the new schedule. If you want to turn on notifications so you'll be notified each time a new video goes up, you can do that down below by ticking the notification bell. If you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure you are, because that really supports me, and that way you'll know when there's new videos. But I hope that you have an awesome rest of your day, and thank you. I'll see you soon. Bye.